On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Loquacious.
Very talkative, tending to talk a lot and at length.
Examples:
Loquacious chatter. Loquacious interviewee. The loquacious salesman talked for hours without letting the customer get a word in.
Dementia.
A severe decline in cognitive function, especially memory, as a result of disease or injury.
Examples:
Dementia patients probably have dementia. The study found that regular exercise can help to prevent the onset of dementia in older age.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Senator.
A member of a legislative body, especially a member of the U.S. Senate.
Examples:
Junior senator. Senator term. The hawkish senator gave a speech on the new bill in the Senate.
Thigh.
The part of the human leg between the hip and the knee. In animals, the corresponding upper part of the hind leg.
Examples:
Thigh muscle. Chicken thigh. The marathon runner felt a cramp in her thigh at the 20th mile.
Senate.
A legislative body, especially the upper house of a parliament.
Examples:
Senate hearing. Senate Finance Committee. The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Grind.
To reduce something to small particles or powder by crushing or rubbing it, to work hard over a long period of time.
Examples:
Grind away at my work. Grind your teeth. She had to grind the coffee beans before making a fresh cup.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Privatize.
To transfer ownership or control of a business or industry from government or public control to private ownership or control. To make something into a private enterprise or organization.
Examples:
Privatize post offices. Privatize healthcare. The government wants to privatize specific industries to boost their efficiency.
Oblivious.
Not aware of something, especially what is happening around you, forgetful.
Examples:
Oblivious of his promise. Oblivious to our response. She was so engrossed in her work that she was oblivious to her surroundings.
Reorganize.
To change to a more sufficient or suitable form of organization.
Examples:
Reorganize a department. Reorganize his debts. The new CEO was appointed to reorganize their business.
Bureaucracy.
A system of government in which most of the important decisions are made by state officials rather than by elected representatives.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Arbitrary bureaucracy. The bumbling bureaucracy made it difficult to get the permits we needed.
Disappoint.
To fail to meet someone or their hopes or expectations, to make someone feel sad.
Examples:
Disappoint the audience. Don't disappoint me. She worked very hard not to disappoint her boss's expectations.
Expunge.
To erase, remove, or eliminate, to blot out or destroy, to strike out or delete from a record or registry.
Examples:
Expunge a memory. Expunge a word from a text. The court ordered to expunge the criminal record of the falsely accused individual.
Attune.
To make receptive or aware, to bring into harmony or alignment.
Examples:
Attune to nature. Attune myself to the rhythm. It is important to attune yourself to your customers' needs to provide the best service possible.
Humanize.
To make something or someone more humane or compassionate, to make something more relatable or understandable to humans.
Examples:
Humanize my pet. Humanize a room. The charity event aims to humanize the homeless rather than treat them as mere statistics.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Amputation.
The act of cutting off a part of the body surgically.
Examples:
Amputation of leg. Hand amputation. Amputation of the limb is a last resort for the patient.
Beetle.
An insect having a hard shell-like back covering its wings.
Examples:
Beetle browse. A beetle larva. In ancient civilizations, the scarab beetle was worshipped as a sacred creature.
Mandarin.
An influential and high-ranking official, notably in the civil service, the branch of Chinese, which is the official language of China.
Examples:
Ancient Mandarin house. Mandarin Chinese. Mandarin dialects typically have relatively few vowels.
Flashcard.
A card with a word, picture, or other information on one side, used as an aid in learning.
Examples:
Flashcard study. Flashcard game. She used flashcards to help her study for her vocabulary test.
Enlightened.
Having or showing a rational, modern, and well-informed outlook.
Examples:
Enlightened age. Make an enlightened decision. The enlightened teacher taught the class about the importance of compassion and empathy.
Pacifist.
A person who believes in pacifism, which is the opposition to war and violence as a means of resolving conflicts.
Examples:
Pacifist party. Uphold pacifist principles. The pacifist group organized a peaceful demonstration to protest the war.
Toothpaste.
A paste or gel used for cleaning the teeth and freshening the breath.
Examples:
Toothpaste hygiene product. Toothpaste tube. I always use mint-flavored toothpaste to refresh my mouth in the morning and at night.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Amnesty.
A general pardon for crimes, especially political crimes.
Examples:
Grant an amnesty. Amnesty for debt. The government declared amnesty for all political prisoners. Seaweed. A plant that grows in the sea or on land very close to the sea, especially marine algae.
Examples:
Floating seaweed. Seaweed broth. She soaked seaweed in water until tender. Veggie. Short for vegetarian, relating to or consisting of vegetables.
Examples:
Veggie omelet. Veggie dip. I prefer to eat veggie burgers instead of traditional meat burgers. Kale. A type of leafy green vegetable that belongs to the cabbage family, often eaten raw in salads or cooked as a side dish.
Examples:
Kale salad. Baked kale chips. I like to add chopped kale to my smoothies for an extra boost of nutrition.
Rectum.
The final segment of the large intestine, responsible for storing and expelling fecal matter from the body.
Examples:
rectum cancer, inflammation of the rectum. Hemorrhoids can cause discomfort and bleeding in the rectum.
Hoop.
A circular band or ring, often made of metal or wood, used as a toy, a part of the equipment, or a decoration.
Examples:
hoop earring, basketball hoop. The circus clown jumped through a fiery hoop as the audience gasped in amazement.
Oboe.
A musical instrument of the woodwind family with a narrow conical bore, double reed, and a piercing, high-pitched sound.
Examples:
an alto oboe, oboe reed. The oboe player was tuning her instrument before the concert.
Superficial.
Existing or occurring only at or on the surface, appearing to be true or real only until examined more closely.
Examples:
superficial wound, superficial knowledge. The journalist's superficial reporting should have captured the full scope of the issue.
Aspen.
A deciduous tree with smooth, white bark that often trembles or quakes in the wind, a type of skiing that involves quick, short turns on steep slopes.
Examples:
aspen grove, golden aspen leaves. The aspen trees turned a bright yellow in the fall, creating a beautiful sight.
Slender.
Thin and delicate, often in an attractive way.
Examples:
slender body, a long slender leaf. He has a slender income.
Carve.
Of glaciology, to break off or shed smaller masses of ice, of animal breeding, to give birth to a calf.
Examples:
calf from the glacier, calve early in the morning. As global temperatures rise, more icebergs calve off from the polar ice caps.
Furry.
Covered in fur or a furry material, resembling fur.
Examples:
the furry skin, have furry leaves. The stuffed animal was so furry and soft that it was hard to resist hugging it.
Velociraptor.
A small to medium-sized predatory dinosaur that lived during the Cretaceous period, known for its distinctive sickle-shaped claws and its agile and swift nature.
Examples:
fossilized velociraptor, hunting velociraptor. The museum's newest exhibit features a complete velociraptor skeleton, drawing crowds of eager paleontology enthusiasts.
Whiz.
To move or run quickly and smoothly with a hissing or buzzing sound, To excel or perform skillfully in a particular area. To urinate. Noun, a person who is very clever or skilled at something.
Examples:
Whiz kid. Whiz through the book. The racing car whizzed past the grandstands, leaving a trail of dust behind it.
Neuroscience.
The scientific study of the function, structure, and disorder of the brain and the nervous system.
Examples:
The branch of neuroscience. A theoretical concept in neuroscience. Our university is famous for its professors, who are well versed in behavioral neuroscience.
Synthesize.
To combine a substance to make a more complex product or compound.
Examples:
Synthesize molecules. Synthesize information. The spider has the ability to synthesize multiple different silk proteins.
Materialistic.
Concerned primarily with material possessions rather than spiritual or intellectual values, adhering to a philosophy that places a high value on material goods or wealth.
Examples:
Materialistic lifestyle. Materialistic values. Some people believe that the pursuit of wealth is a materialistic goal.
Enchantment.
A feeling of great pleasure or delight, a magical spell or charm.
Examples:
Sense of enchantment. Poetic enchantment. The enchantment of the forest made it feel like a fairy tale.
Autobiography.
A written account of someone's own life, written by that person.
Examples:
Autobiography of his early life. Fictionalized autobiography. She wrote an autobiography detailing her journey from poverty to success.
Consciously.
With awareness, in a deliberate manner.
Examples:
Consciously aware of a problem. Act consciously. He consciously criticizes her in the publicity.
Oddity.
Something unusual or different.
Examples:
Find an oddity. Genetic oddity. The two-headed snake was an oddity at the zoo.
Disproportionately.
In a way that is not reasonably or appropriately balanced, equal, or distributed, in a manner that is unequal or excessive about something else.
Examples:
Disproportionately affected. Disproportionately high. The rich can often disproportionately benefit from tax breaks and other advantages.
Gravitation.
The force by which a celestial body, such as the Earth, pulls objects toward its center, the attraction between two or more objects due to their mass.
Examples:
Terrestrial gravitation. Universal gravitation. The force of gravitation keeps the planets in our solar system in orbit around the Sun.
Marinade.
A liquid mixture of herbs, spices, oil, and vinegar or citrus juice used to flavor and tenderize meat or fish before cooking, a soaking or immersion in this mixture.
Examples:
marinade sauce, marinade meat. I love to use a citrus-based marinade for seafood dishes.
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Lesion.
A damaged or abnormal area of tissue in the body, usually caused by injury or disease.
Examples:
muscle lesion, brain lesion. The doctor examined the lesion on the patient's skin to determine if it was cancerous.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
helpless baby, helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Apocryphal.
Of doubtful or questionable authenticity, well known, but probably not true.
Examples:
apocryphal account, apocryphal text. The story of George Washington and the cherry tree is likely apocryphal, but still taught in schools.
Gluttony.
The habitual and excessive consumption of food or drink, often to the point of waste or harm, the tendency to overindulge or be excessively greedy or selfish.
Examples:
the sin of gluttony, gluttony feast. His gluttony for sweets and fatty foods led to his obesity and health problems.
Imprint.
To make a mark or impression on a surface, to leave a lasting impression or influence on someone or something. Noun, a mark or impression made by pressing or stamping something onto a surface, a distinctive feature or characteristic that is left by something or someone.
Examples:
DNA imprint, imprint a memory. He wanted to imprint his brand logo on the product.
Penetrate.
To pass into or through something, often by overcoming resistance.
Examples:
penetrate a cell, penetrate quickly into the skin. Western ideology slowly penetrates through the Eastern countries.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
enact new legislation, enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Contagion.
The spread of a disease or harmful influence from one person or thing to another.
Examples:
a contagion of fear. Contagion effect. The government has implemented measures to prevent the contagion of COVID-19, such as social distancing and mandatory mask wearing.
Enlightenment.
Education that results in understanding and the spread of knowledge.
Examples:
spiritual enlightenment. Enlightenment activity. He finally brought his enlightenment to perfection.
Scot.
A tax or payment, particularly a share or portion of something. A person from Scotland or a Scottish immigrant.
Examples:
pay annual Scot. Traditional Scot attire. The scot-free suspect was later apprehended for a different crime.
Blacksmith.
A smith who forges and shapes iron with a hammer and anvil.
Examples:
blacksmith welding. Blacksmith shop. The blacksmith shaped a horseshoe on his anvil.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
in a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Trustworthy.
Reliable and dependable.
Examples:
trustworthy ally. Trustworthy source. People tend to believe trustworthy friends with their secrets.
Wag.
To move or swing back and forth or up and down in a lively or playful manner. To shake or quiver.
Examples:
wag their laughter. Wag a forefinger. The cow lazily continued to wag its tail while grazing in the field.
Tack.
A method of changing the course of a sailing vessel by turning the bow through the wind so that the wind switches from one side of the vessel to the other. A course of action or strategy, particularly in politics or business. Verb, to fasten or attach something, such as pinning or nailing an object in place.
Examples:
change tack. Tack to the refrigerator door. I need to change the tack of the sailboat to avoid hitting the rocks.
Equipoise.
A state of balance, equilibrium, or equal distribution of weight or forces. A sense of stability or calmness in a situation or decision-making process.
Examples:
equipoise in decision-making. Equipoise stability. The delicate equipoise of power between the nation's two main parties has led to legislative gridlock.
Serenity.
The state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled, a feeling of tranquility or peacefulness.
Examples:
fall into serenity. Serenity prayer. Meditation and yoga are great ways to achieve serenity and peace of mind.
Overconfidence.
Excessive trust or faith in one's abilities, judgments, or decisions, often leading to mistaken assumptions or risky behavior.
Examples:
Overconfidence bias. False overconfidence. The students' overconfidence in their writing abilities caused them not to bother to proofread their essay, resulting in a poor grades.
Trait.
A particular feature of your nature.
Examples:
Chemical trait. Personality traits. Multiple genes may influence behavioral traits concurrently.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Epistemology.
A branch of philosophy that deals with knowledge and belief, including the nature and limits of knowledge, the sources and criteria of knowledge, and the justification of belief.
Examples:
A specialist in epistemology. Epistemology study. Evolutionary epistemology is a field of study that seeks to understand how knowledge has evolved.
Modesty.
The quality of being modest equals having or showing a humble estimate of one's merits, importance, etc., which can include humility or shyness, the act of not showing too much of oneself or being overly boastful.
Examples:
Behave with modesty. Modesty panel. Many people with true talent show a sense of modesty rather than arrogance.
Ambiguity.
The quality of being open to more than one interpretation, the uncertainty of meaning.
Examples:
Free from ambiguity. Avoid ambiguity in writing. The ambiguity in the instructions made it difficult for her to complete the task.
Correlate.
To have a connection or relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another.
Examples:
Correlate closely with the quality. Correlate to the size. We may frequently correlate age with the frequency of disease.
Gist.
The essence or main point of a text, speech, or situation.
Examples:
The gist of a claim. Get the gist. The gist of the article was that technology is rapidly changing our world.
Landmine.
An explosive device hidden underground and designed to be detonated by the presence, proximity, or contact with a person or vehicle.
Examples:
Destroy a landmine. Landmine removal. The anti-personnel landmine was a dangerous obstacle in the war-torn area.
Nonverbal.
Not involving or using spoken or written language, communicated through body language, facial expression, or other means besides language.
Examples:
Nonverbal communication, nonverbal signal. Many communication skills rely on nonverbal cues such as body language and facial expressions.
Determinant:
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Pretension:
The act of claiming or asserting something, especially without good reason or without evidence, an unfounded or excessive claim or ambition.
Examples:
Pretension to authority, baseless pretension. His pretensions of being a gourmet were quickly exposed when he could not identify basic herbs and spices.
Phenomenally:
Extremely or exceptionally, especially in a way that is surprising.
Examples:
Phenomenally quick, phenomenally gifted. He became phenomenally successful in the entertainment industry.
Entail:
To involve or require something as necessary, particularly as a consequence of a particular situation or action, to impose a burden or restriction on something.
Examples:
Entail legal consequences, entail risks. The job offer entails a lot of responsibility and hard work.
Limerence:
A state of being infatuated or obsessed with another person, typically characterized by intense emotions, fantasies, and longing for reciprocation.
Examples:
Passionate limerence, obsessive limerence. Teens often experience intense limerence feelings, mistaking them for deep love due to their relative inexperience in romantic relationships.
Prestige:
Respect and admiration felt or shown for someone or something based on a perception of their achievements or quality.
Examples:
National prestige, prestige company. The university has great prestige in the academic community.
Transcend:
To rise above or go beyond the limits of something.
Examples:
Transcend boundaries, transcend limits. The music transcended cultural barriers and reached audiences globally.
Craftsman:
A skilled worker who creates handmade objects, especially one who works with wood, metal, or other materials.
Examples:
Craftsman skill, a subtle craftsman. The adept craftsman carefully carved the wooden figurine with precision and skill.
Naturalism:
A philosophical belief that everything, including human behavior and cognition, Can be explained solely by natural causes and laws.
Examples:
naturalism in literature, philosophical naturalism. The scientific method is often seen as an embodiment of naturalism, as it seeks to understand the natural world through observation and experimentation.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
persuade a disbeliever, stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Fused.
Joined together or combined into one, blended or integrated in a way that creates a new entity.
Examples:
fused glass, fused bones. The fused wires in the electrical circuit caused a power outage.
Carol.
A song or hymn typically sung at Christmas, often with a joyful or celebratory theme.
Examples:
Christmas carol, sing a carol. I love the sound of carols playing in the background while we decorate the Christmas tree.
Mantle.
A shelf or structure that sits above a fireplace, often used for decorative purposes or to hold objects or pictures.
Examples:
mantle decoration, antique mantle. The antique clock on the mantle was a family heirloom passed down for generations.
Weld.
To join two or more pieces of metal together by heating their edges until they melt and fuse.
Examples:
weld a team of such people. Weld two broken pipes. He learned how to weld metal in his high school shop class.
Dimly.
Faintly or indistinctly, with little light or clarity, not clearly or brightly.
Examples:
dimly visible, dimly remember. The dimly lit room created a cozy and intimate atmosphere for the dinner party.
Enchant.
To cast a spell or charm over someone or something, to captivate or fascinate.
Examples:
enchant audience, enchant him with a charm. The storybook prince enchanted the young girl.